Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I am very excited to be checking out the #1 project on all of Kickstarter games, and I believe all of Kickstarter, yep, that is Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game, or Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game, 10,000 plus backers, explore the world of Arathia on your tabletop. So, I knew this was going to be a massive project. I had a lot of people anticipating this pre-launch. They also just kept pushing it back a couple months here and a couple months there, from what I recall correctly, which is a good thing. That means that they're really finely tuning the Kickstarter and the game, hopefully, and that gets me excited about the project. That being said, the main image, I think, is very uninspiring. There's so much more information that could have been conveyed here. What type of game this is, what the player count of the game is, what's the time length of the game, does this have minis, like, what kind of game is this, aside from the fact it's just a Heroes of Might and Magic 3 board game? Because, as always when we do a project like this, we have to look at it from two perspectives. The perspective of people who love Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and are just going to back this pretty much no matter what, as long as you don't do a terrible job. And then the people who are not a fan, but are just general board game fans. Like me, I have never played the original Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game, or the video game. I'm excited to check this one out. Hopefully they convince me. But the main image, honestly, you know, 10,000 backers, I guess that's... I typically don't like seeing that sort of number because it's like, who cares? But for this one, I'm assuming... I wish they would tell me there were stretch goals as well. I think the 10,000 plus backers and then stretch goals combined with that would excite me a little bit more. I just feel like the main image could definitely use more. Let's go! 1.5 million bucks. That's fantastic. As always, when we get the video, do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
Welcome back to Arathia, adventurer.
Love this. We're immediately starting with just components, and we have a voiceover as well. Always think that's a good thing.
Welcome back to Arathia, adventurer. It's been a while. The town awaits your order.
Just drop-dead gorgeous artwork. Even if that's not your art style, you look at that and you say, wow, that is really good-looking art. I love this player board. It looks like it's got the inlaid board. It looks very functional. There's a good deal of information on this. I love what they're showing me already. Yes, the subtitles. I love the subtitles.
Choose a hero and which sides to take in the battle for Arathia.
Whoa, okay, so we're showing off are they the same character, just dual gender? Oh no, it's different characters on each side. Okay. But either way...
And which sides to take in the battle for Arathia.
I'm looking at that, and that looks like, that looks awesome. Lots of information going on that card.
These choices will determine the enemies you face, allies you make, and ultimately, your own fate.
Zoomed in on the minis. They look really pretty.
The world of Antagarich is ripe for exploration. Capture forgotten mines, uncover new regions, collect ancient artifacts, and much more. Utilize the land.
A lot of text on that card. I like the feeling of exploration with the tiles coming out. I feel like this is a really well done video so far. Not only for fans of the original, I can't tell. I imagine this is probably one of those games where you go around exploring, beating stuff up, going on adventures. I love those styles of game. Howdy, Huckleberry. But as just a non-fan, I'm like, yeah, I want to play this. This looks fun.
And its
and the other thing is, it looks extra fun because of how many people are excited about it. And once again, maybe that 10,000 backers. Maybe I'm coming around to that. If you got a number that impressive, all right. I think if you get to 5 digits, that's where it's like, all right, maybe we'll pound our chest a little bit. But that's
sources to build your town from the ground up. Recruit powerful creatures and construct impressive structures in your name. Your hero will grow stronger by collecting artifacts, learning new skills and spells to use them in the Might and Magic card deck. With more experience, you will learn to amplify your abilities for even more powerful effects. The army you recruit along the way is the key to victory.
That many right there. How many games are going to get sold just off that many? I'd like to know. Hopefully they let me know the size pretty soon.
They don't come free, though. You will have to pay the price for their services. Increase their amount to unlock unique and powerful abilities.
I was thinking it in my head that these cards they looked very samey because they didn't have any information on the bottom. But now I'm seeing, oh, they upgraded, and that's probably when you get the information, which that's great. I love it. I love it.
You are...
Huckleberry says, I'm a non-fan, and I also think it's interesting. I like how they showed the town build-up. I did as well. Ooh, engraved dice. So nice. So many little details in this video, and it's all 3D rendered. Like, it's amazing to me what they can do with technology. It's just...
now ready for the final battle. Carefully position your forces on the battlefield. Protect your range.
And this is how we get giant minis in the game, by making it a mini game inside of the other game. I'm fine with this. I don't have any issues with this because, yeah, we want to sell this giant box of minis to these video game fans because you can still display these in between games. Look at that. And I feel like this... and I also feel like this is doing a great job showcasing to me how large some of these minis are. Like, these are some hefty minis.
Field. Protect your ranged units and use your hero to manipulate the battlefield. Master your faction and go forth. Arathia awaits you. Pledge now and conquer the world.
Okay. Felt like that was really well done video. Awesome. Hexy on it. Like, just top-notch stuff. Go hire Hexy. Like, even if I don't like their videos because of the direction that the people took the video. Like, Hexy, I doubt, is making the videos and saying, no, I think we should do this. I imagine Archon is telling them what to do. But they just make such good videos. Anywho, 13 created, 1 backed. We grew up with tabletop games. We've since decided to make our own. Archon Studios is dedicated to creating amazing game miniatures, challenging ourselves with more complex and detailed designs with every product. Our community is the lifeblood of Archon, receiving funds directly from our fans through crowdsource funding. Now, this is very interesting to me as well, because Archon has this, but then they also have another Kickstarter game, I'm pretty sure, coming out next week called Pest. Like, yeah, because I was about to do a Kickstarter video on this, and yeah, it's Archon. So, oh no, this is Arcona. Okay, Arcon, just shut up. We're not alright, done. Strike that from the record, I apologize. Rampart, budget-friendly wargaming trade, Dungeon and Lasers 3rd edition. So this is all non-game stuff. Here we go, Wolfenstein the board game. And this does get me excited that this company exists now, especially now that I know about this, because I'm going to make a prediction right now that you are going to see some multi-million-dollar Kickstarters, I'm going to think starting next year, that are going to have all this custom, budget-friendly, buildable terrain interweaved into some big games. I'm just speculating, because I think that is going to be one of the next big fads coming in the next few years, because I've seen some of these things, and the way they're able to manufacture them is not terribly expensive, because you pop them all out. It's amazing stuff. Anywho, let's make sure people are getting their stuff. This one is the one I'm really concerned about, the board game. Concerned, I don't know if I should use that word. News from the battlefield. Operation shipping in progress, so this is March 30th. It's been great to hear a number you've already received the game, so people have their stuff. Great on the one game. We're almost done with shipping. Pledge, manager of victory is at hand. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Can you do it? Yeah, we'll check one more. Vanguard. I haven't heard of this one, so I'm going to guess this one is already out. Well out. Like years ago. Yeah, 2020 is the last update, pretty much. Okay, so can you do it? Yes, I feel comfortable with that. Love saying that. Do I want it? Yes. How much is it? Hopefully I don't beat around the bush. We get to the price. Current stretch goals. I love starting out with current stretch goals. And that's what I'm talking about there. I'm coming around to the 10,000 backer part, but I definitely think maybe you mentioned stretch goals. Like take away a little part of that cloud. Say 26 stretch goals hit or something like that. That gets me excited about this campaign and all the extra stuff that's going to be in this box and why I got to back this box right now. I think those two in conjecture can work very well. Go away, antivirus. So, what is this? With Azure Pledge only. What's going on here? This is all the stuff I've unlocked. So we have hit 5, is that 6, 12, 18, 22 stretch goals. This is a really interesting system they have for the stretch goals. It gets me excited to know what this is. Yeah, I guess that's good. Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game. The strategy is coming back as a tabletop game. It's a turmoil. Okay, here 1 to 4 players. So now I know it's a solo game. 2 hours. Like, this sort of information I feel like should definitely be up there. The 1 to 4 player 2 hour game. That's because here's the thing. Yeah, I don't know enough about the game. I can't say that. I imagine that's good overlap with the type of person who would play that game. They'd be like, oh yeah, 2 hour, like a Mage Knight style game. It was fun. It was satisfying. I'd be readily willing to get this back down to the table. That's the quote you went with. Like, it was fun. It was satisfying. Like, I'd play it again. Like, that's not what I want to hear before I bust out $200 on this stupid Kickstarter. And it's probably not going to be that. I'm going to guess 140. I'm going to guess 140. But this quote, like, just imagine if someone told you this exact thing about a game. You're like, oh, yeah, I saw you got that game. What do you think about it? It was fun. It was satisfying. I mean, I'd be readily willing to get this back down to the table. So, pretty much just saying, oh, yeah, it's like one of those games, and I'm glad you got it. It's pretty good. I don't know. And I'm sure Jesse said something in that video that was probably much more... sounded better. The quote was so terrible, yes. In my opinion, this is fascinating and engaging title when you look at Heroes 3 as an adventure board game. What is this quote? What? Well, I'm not putting that on Jesse Huckleberry, because I doubt he gave them that specific quote. They probably pulled that from something he said. At least I would assume. But what does this quote even mean? In my opinion, this is a fascinating and engaging title. So what do you think about the game? Oh, it's fascinating and engaging. But only when you look at it as an adventure board game. I don't even understand what message this... Like, okay, so I know it's an adventure board game, and it's fascinating, so it's an interesting game, and it's engaging. So I'm engaging with the... Like, what are some unengaging games? What does that mean? Maybe games with long downtime? So they're saying they're not long... I don't even know what this quote is trying to say. Private dating chat girls. Hey, how about how do I get rid of you? Hide user on this channel. Boom. If you're watching private dating chat girls, you're not watching this Kickstarter critique, so no thanks. My score for Heroes of Might and Magic the board game is a 5.5 out of 6. The game is really good and engaging with intriguing scenarios in many different modes, so there's something for everyone. Okay. Now that one, lots of different modes, intriguing scenarios, so I'm getting replayability. A great tribute to the original game and an absolute must-have for anyone who spent all their nights in front of the computer screen. So what they're saying is, you must get this game if you play the original. But here's the thing. I'm not doubting that this person played that game, but like when you put a quote like that quote could easily be for someone who hadn't played the game and like new stuff. I don't know. Just these quotes. The game has this Heroes of Might and Magic vibe, definitely, and I really just blah. I'm done. Why is it so awesome? A rich world to explore. Cool. Lots of cards, lots of minis. Great. Why back now? Get the game before retail stores. Exclusive content. Cool. Not be available in refill. Make your translation possible. That's great. Love that. Love that. That's fantastic. How does it play? I just love a video. Stuff, things. Just price me. Price me. We're really beating around the bush here. Pledge explained. Do you need to explain the pledge? Okay. For the first time in history, the creatures of Might and Magic are coming to your tabletop as high-quality miniatures. They're available as part of the Azure pledges and stretch goals during the combat phase. Miniatures are used to turn your gaming table to a real battlefield. Dragons are also included, so watch out for their fire breath. Okay. So, download the rulebook. Nice. Core game. So, this is the core game. Size-wise, is this Ticket to Ride? Is that what I'm getting that vibe? Don't have an issue with that. It's a nice compact box. I'm going to guess that they're making so many of this box that it's actually probably going to have a pretty reasonable price here. 20 map tiles. Great. Great. I'd love to know the thickness of those. Miniatures. 6 hero models. 7 castle models. I tell inches as well as millimeters just because imagine the majority of people here are from the United States of America, even though I do know that when it comes to minis, they typically do it in the... I got it. Wow, Poland coming strong. Damn, Poland, Germany, over 1,000. Go Archon. I love it. Those are spectacular numbers. Great. 7 Necropolis models. So you're getting lots of minis. No way this is a Ticket to Ride size box then. Cards, 3 hero cards, 21 unit cards. So we're getting... this is the big one. 53, 73... 99, 150 roundabout. So we're around 200 cards. Okay. Tokens. Stuff, town boards, looks good. Heroes, rulebook and mission book. Nice. I want to take a look at this rule booklet real quick. Table of contents. Oh, we got component setup. All right, full components. Game overview. There it is. Setup. Ooh, nice looking setup. Like that setup. How many pages is this? That's the question. Lot. Player aid on the back. Do like that. Okay. Looks promising. Looks promising. Oh, and then look at that. The index in the back. I really appreciate that. If you're going to have a 42-page rule booklet, I want all those little things that are going to make it easier for me to navigate when I come back to it. That looks solid. All right, Battlefield expansion. Okay. This was going to get you the big minis and the board and whatnot, right? Dominate the battlefield with combat-oriented gameplay made for die-hard generals and masters in strategy. Use your miniatures on a special hex-based board. So, wait. So you showed... Okay. So, the second part of the Kickstarter video was not the base game. It was this. And that's fine. As long as I understand that. I think I understand that. So I won't get the on-the-field combat with this version of it. Right? Hopefully. Build your town. Ooh, what is this? What is this? The Battlefield expansion. Explore the adventure deck. In the game mode, both players prepare for the ultimate battle by exploring through the use of the new adventure deck. Instead of exploring map tiles, each player draws a fixed amount of cards from the adventure deck, which includes... Oh, cool. Build your town. Ooh, this adventure deck grants resources to expand your town, recruit creatures, and equip your hero. That sounds great. Prepare in the ultimate battle. I want this. I do. It comes with the Battlefield board. It just feels like it's not having this. You're missing out on a lot of the game here. Like, that is a beef expansion. That's really... So I expect that this top pledge level is going to be taken by next to no one, relatively speaking. Like, less than 5% of the people, I think, will take that particular one. And with there's another expansion. Okay, another expansion. So this looks like another bigger expansion. So 7 map tiles. Got a bunch of minis. Cards. Adding an extra hero, adding units. Yeah, so what many cards we got here? 28, 32, 39, 41, 48, 60, 63, 69, 71 cards. This is a lot. Another town board and another mission book. Wow. 2 different battlefields, basic or expanded. Thank you, Battlehaven. So this is going to expand on that aspect of the game. Awesome. Because that seemed really odd that was just not in there. Hey, it's another expansion. Okay, you remember that 140 I said? Haha, that was stupid. Cards, let's go. Things, stuff, yep, sure want it. Reviews. We've sent our game to various board game reviewers. This is what they had to say about it. This is a preview, fine. Does it have gameplay? Nope, out. Not English, but in-depth, cool, that's nice. Weekly game night, what is this?
Of cards, you need buildings present.
Is it just the gameplay? Where's just the gameplay? That's all I'm looking for. Just the gameplay? Nope, no gameplay. Quackalope. Here it is. It's probably the gameplay. There we go. That's what you're looking for. Awesome. Things, stuff, video dump here. Ah, here we go. Pledges $75. Plus the stretch goals. Kickstarter and trade show exclusive. Okay. So they're going to sell it pretty much at their booths after the fact. I don't have an issue with that. I gotta say, this pledge area is not the greatest. Like 119, like I feel like having this. So first and foremost, I would convert the currencies. That's always a nice thing to do. So it's 78. I would just have more information here. It's just like, oh, here's the box. How big is this box? I really would like to know how big the box is. We get to what's this one? This is the Azure stretch goal. Oh, so these are fancier stretch goals. So this is if you want to get the bare minimum version of the game, like the Barnes and Noble version, I guess maybe in this analogy. This is if you want the Kickstarter deluxe version of the basic game, which no one's gonna get, I don't think. And then, wow, what? You're throwing in 3 expansions for $50? How does that work? That seems very cheap. That seems like, okay, so they're pretty much just bullying me to take. I mean, it's only $50. Come on. And then the collectors, it's only $30 on top of that. Plus, oh, that's the art book. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. So I imagine this is going to be the most popular pledge level. You know what? I shouldn't say get out of here. I shouldn't say get out of here. For the non-Heroes of Mights and Magic fans, get out of here. But if you're a diehard fan, maybe. You want more stuff clutter in your house. So let's check that out. So 1,852 people sitting on the fence. Interesting. It's a lot. Basic pledge, 284. Azure pledge, 245. Yeah, I was going to say, like, nobody's getting this. 5,742. And then the collector's pledge, 2,000. So they're still going to ship a 3,000 print run of art books and limited posters. Oh my gosh. Banking on that. $30 for a book and some posters, and they're going to mass produce the snot out of them. Good for them. Some of the minis are repeated in different colors, so cost savings. I didn't think about that. I wonder if that could be a potential stretch goal we see. I know there was a bunch. I don't know what they are. Not very excited about them. So 176 in and out the door. We need to know the shipping. All right. I will say, since I have the idea in my mind that these are all like bigger boxes, I think they are because they all have minis in them. Hopefully the shipping section crushes it and they have a picture of what this is going to look like shipped inside the box. Oh my gosh, be still my beating heart when they say, oh, we're shipping with Quartermaster Logistics and this is the box that you're going to get and here's the padding on the side and here's what the games are going to look like fit inside of there. That's such a beautiful shot. $1 gets you locked at Kickstarter price in the pledge manager, so lots just finished there. Chris, thank you for the input. So $35. So these are to get the expansions a la carte. 35, 40. God, for an art book? And they're making a 3,000 print run of that. Good for them. Poster pack, stretch goals. All the item lists below can only be unlocked with your support. So how does this block system work? So 1 hero card, 5 statistics cards for the tower expansion. That's fantastic. So an extra card. So 6 cards there. 17 cards. 2 models. 3 models. 19 cards. A whole campaign, 4 map tiles for towns. Wow! Okay, so I would love to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments right now. I personally think that they should have just let this all hang out. I think every single one of these should be the very first thing we start with. Because if you remember at the top of the page, they led with the stretch goals, which I loved. But then they only had little pictures of what all the stretch goals were. They didn't go into full detail about what they are. I think they should have just said, you know what? We've hit all these stretch goals. Because this is an absurd amount of stretch goals. Like, look at this. This is 2, 4, 5, 7 minis. We're probably up to about 40 cards, if not more. Look, there's 12 cards right there. Look at how much, like, that is so much more gameplay. Because each one of those cards, it's like, it's a different quirk in the game. They're double-sided, though. Oh, my goodness. Even better. Brick by brick, 20 acrylic cubes for the tower expansion. Gold. Like, look at these. These are just, oh, my. We built this city with magic. What is this? A town board. 7 town puzzle cards and 3. What the hell? This box. Yes. 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 I feel like you did a really good job with the video, and I feel like fans of the original thing could get caught up in just how much extra stuff they're getting into this, and then just get right into the price. Right into the price. 207, no, it's, what is it? $176. And if you're from Kickstarter world, you say to yourself, that's not that unreasonable, especially considering I'm getting 4 boxes and tons of stretch goal stuff. We got a team. Shipping, what's the price? So 35, the collect, that's not what I want. I want this one. How big is that book? Dang! Yeah, it's $4 for the shipping. That's a big book. So 176. So I'm up to, in and out the door, $207. I don't have an issue with that. That, especially considering that this is a video game, intellectual property, with a massive fan base. How much this box is potentially going to weigh. This definitely feels like one of those games. If you're on social media, board game stuff, you probably see this post very frequently of like, oh my gosh, check out the all-in pledge from X, Y, and Z game that went crazy on Game Founder Kickstarter. And it's just the absurd box of all the stuff. And that's a good feeling to get one of those boxes. I've gotten that feeling once. It was fun. So I get it. And I feel like this game is going to have that even the more... Oh, look at this. This is fantastic. Translations, community stretch goal. I want to see them hit this. I want to see them hit that. You know what they should do? You know what they should do right here? Oh, I got an idea for them. How about this? How about You make it so like it's a so the one thing I noticed they don't have is nothing social. Maybe this is where you take the opportunity to social and say, hey, if you're willing to do something big, like a share on Facebook or something like that, not something small, but something big, you could bump one of these numbers up. I think that'd be a fun little thing. Really rally the troops sort of idea. Steal that idea. I'd love to see someone do that. So what do we got? Yeah, that's it. That's the page. All right, shipping. Wait, is this... so we had all the shipping, all the information. Looks cool. I'd love to see it translated to the different currencies, but that's not something they're doing here. All right. FAQ 18. Tell me it's reloaded. Oh, it's not. It's just ugly. So my question is question number 17. I'm not having a good time in your frequently asked questions. Is there a solo mode? Yes, it's a one-player game. There's no worries. We have prepared solo campaigns for each faction. Where can I ask about the gameplay? What can we expect for the delivery? Where does Kickstarter exclusive mean? Yeah, I would just look at Reload from Colossal Games and organize it like that because it makes it so much more functional to go through the FAQ and actually find what you need to find. Good day, morning adventurers. So 25 and 32. I gotta say, not really digging the level of engagement here. That is terrible when you have 10,500 backers. Wowzers. All right, so... good morning, Quackalope explains. Hey, here's a video. Okay. I mean, I saw the Kickstarter page. Today's rewards. Who asked? Never wonders. FAQ. So it's just you posting the FAQ? Like, what is this? Like, if I'm having a busy day, once I get to a certain point in this, I'm like, this is a garbage update. Like, you're just telling me the Kickstarter page. I went through it. I gave you my money. If you're wondering if the countries list is up or Europe things, what is this? I'm puzzled a little in the update. It's written, can you ship? Okay. Can you ship to Brazil? There's a lot of people asking about shipping here. That's okay. So, not much engagement, and most of the engagement is just people like, what's going on? Can you ship here? Can you ship there? Which means you didn't answer it well enough in your shipping section. Maybe you should bump it higher. I know, that's a crazy idea. Forrest has been saying that for years. But bump it up higher. Put it right after the add-ons and the pledges. So yeah, this does not look engaging in any way, shape, or form. And I feel like that is just Here you go. If you guys won't make a pledge here for the miniatures to become already painted, at least please recommend us a pro painting team who already... Wow, that's a big ask. That's a very big ask to ask for painted minis. Because that's a whole other separate thing you need to print. So if I'm doing the base pledge and want to get one of the race expansions, it's going to do that without the miniatures, stuff, things. They're in here. They're answering. They have the collaborators. Looks good. A lot of discussion going on here. So final grade for this one. Do I want it? Yeah. Feel like the video is well done. I'm excited because other people are excited. They're not actually excited in the update or the comments that much, but they're excited with their money. And that's 10,600 people backing. And the stretch goals. Wow, tons of stretch goals. Like great stretch goals. Buried all the way at the bottom. So do I want it? But they're spotlight at the top, but they make you go all the way to the bottom. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. I'm not particularly worried about that. I don't know any other Archon games, though, so I'm actually curious. Let's check that out. Because it says they have made other games. Let's see what they got popping in the studio. So, top one is sitting... Ooh, okay, those are... 7,000, 85, 10, 10, 15, 17... Those are not great numbers. No, that's that one. That's this one right here. So those are... Here's the thing. I think anytime you're in the top 1,000, you pound your chest about that. You say, oh my gosh, I would spotlight that on your Kickstarter page. Anything from 1,000 to say like 6, 7, 8,000, you know, it's very hit or miss. Like some people liked it, some people didn't like it, but it still generally means that it's a good game for the most part. But once you start like dipping down further, and a lot of the times it's rule booklets. Oh, so this one isn't out yet. Okay. I don't know. But it's only $200. It's only $200 for my nostalgic game, Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? The price seems Kickstarter reasonable. So final grade, the updates aren't great. The comments, our customer service seems to be fine. And the video, I think at the end of the day, the video, they led with the stretch goals. It took forever to get to the price. I don't like the main image that much. I feel like there could have been more information conveyed. So I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go with a B. B. Just a B. Yeah. Some things I like, some things I don't like, but overall, very solid. Solid B. Sean is on the same wavelength with me. Let know in the comments below, what's your final grade for the Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game? And if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Have a good one. Bye-bye.